Hello everybody, and thank you for joining me for this on-demand webinar, Remote Deposit Capture, Streamlined Check Processing. My name is Brandon Weaver, and I'm an inbound marketer here at CrossCheck. Many payment services come and go over the years, and even more so recently with the many digital payment methods. But one service continues to be in high demand. That service is Remote Deposit Capture, commonly known by its acronym RDC. The service has been around since 2003, and two of the biggest benefits of the service are that it gets merchants paid faster while saving you time and money. In the next 10 minutes or so, I am going to cover everything you need to know about Remote Deposit Capture and how it's different from traditional check deposits. So let's get started. This Remote Deposit Capture webinar is actually part of a series. We have also put together presentations on check verification versus check guarantee and multiple check, commonly known as whole check. If you visit CrossCheck's website and go to our check processing webinars page, you can click on any of the colored buttons you see here at the top, which will direct you to either presentation. During check verification versus check guarantee, CrossCheck's Senior Vice President of Sales, Charles Dorsch III, explains in detail how the two services are different, what do bad checks actually cost your business, and how both check verification and check guarantee can be used to reduce payment risk. The multiple check webinar is hosted by me, and it covers how it guarantees business sales with scheduled payments, how it offers customers payment flexibility, and why it's better than traditional layaway programs. Just like this one, both webinars are about 10 minutes and well worth your time. They can both be accessed on our webinars page on the main navigation toolbar. For today's agenda, I'll start off by defining what RDC is, including why it was developed and its main purpose. Next, I will outline how traditional RDC works and how that differs slightly from CrossCheck's RDC Plus. It's a slight difference, but the impact to your bottom line is huge. Some questions to ask yourself regarding your customers' check payments. How much time do you spend each day, each week, preparing deposits? And how much time and money can you actually save with RDC? And finally, I will close out the presentation with a brief summary of who CrossCheck is in the payments industry, along with a link to download our free RDC product guide. So let's get into it now. What is Remote Deposit Capture? First and foremost, RDC is an electronic check processing method known for making merchants' lives easier and stress-free. You may be most familiar with RDC using smartphones, where you take a picture of a check and upload it to your account for deposit without visiting the bank or ATM. This mobile RDC method is particularly popular with consumers who don't live or work near a bank branch, or who simply don't want to go to the bank in general. However, that process is not the RDC this presentation is about. RDC was specifically designed to save users, whether that be business owners like yourselves or consumers, time and money. Think about the time you can save by depositing checks to your account without driving to and from the bank and waiting in line for the bank teller. Think about the gas and paper supplies you can save by electronically sending check deposits to your financial institution. Quite frankly, RDC can be simplified this way. It brings the bank teller window to your place of business. I'll go over the step-by-step process for both traditional and CrossCheck's RDC on the following slides. By depositing check payments faster while saving time and money, you can do things such as paying your suppliers faster than normal, and maybe even taking more vacations if that's something you're interested in. Sounds pretty tempting, right? Traditional RDC is designed for speed and convenience. Being that RDC is an electronic check service, there's a few hardware devices you'll need. Most notably, you'll need a computer or a smartphone. I'm willing to bet most of you watching this right now already have a PC set up at your point of sale and own an iPhone or other smartphone like me. Once you have those in place, there are a few steps for RDC. As a consumer, the first thing you do is scan the check. Second, you upload that image to your bank so they can deposit the appropriate funds. Next, you either get a confirmation message on screen such as complete or success, and most likely comes with an email confirmation to notify the process is finished as well. This short process eliminates the time you have to dedicate to filling out deposit slips, and if you notice, nowhere on the screen does it show you have to drive to the bank to deposit check payments. CrossCheck's RDC Plus works in a similar fashion, with a minor tweak and a major benefit. Just like the traditional method, a few hardware devices are needed. You need a computer and a check imager. But again, you already have a PC set up at your point of sale, so all you really need to be up and running with CrossCheck's RDC is the imager. In our experience, having compatible equipment is usually an issue, but an added benefit to using our RDC service is that we offer free loaner equipment to you in order to make RDC work. Once you're set up, there are a few steps for RDC Plus with CrossCheck. First, you run the customer's check through the imager where checks are approved through our guarantee system. Next, you print out the receipt for the customer. And last, at the end of the business day, you upload all of your collected checks information to us for processing and deposit to your bank account. All approved checks that are run through the system are funded to your account regardless if the customer has funds or not. In the event a customer's check bounces, like an NSF check or bounce check as you might know it as, you, the merchant, are still guaranteed payment from us because you never see the bounce check. At that point, it's our problem and we go after the check writer for payment reimbursement. Both the traditional method and CrossCheck's RDC Plus service share a similar characteristic. You're not making bank trips or filling out deposit slips. But unlike your bank's RDC, we provide the guarantee. They simply don't. As you all know, to remain competitive, any business will continually look for ways to cut costs, attract new customers, and boost revenues. This brings me to the RDC difference. I've covered the desktop conversion process and how it deposits check payments straight from your point of sale. RDC also provides online reporting with daily deposit slips and advanced transaction reports. Again, it comes back to having a bank teller window right at your register. Now, these next few bullet points might be the best description and summation of RDC in a nutshell in what it provides you. It's environmentally friendly because it saves you time from driving to the bank, reduces your cost of gas to make those bank trips or buying paper for deposits and receipts. I know I sound like a broken record and I'm repeating myself, but those kind of benefits cannot be understated. Plus, if you're using CrossCheck's RDC, you get that much-needed protection from bounce checks as well. I'm sure we all understand how frustrating those can be to your bottom line because you don't have to track down customers demanding payment or hiring a collection agency to do the dirty work for you. The guarantee feature simply eliminates those and makes your life easier and stress-free. This brings me to the RDC calculator. It is an interactive feature we have developed to demonstrate the time and money you can save by using an RDC service. The way it works is you simply enter a few details into the text boxes shown, such as how much time it takes you to prepare check deposits, how many checks you handle each week, the mileage to and from the bank, and your employees' wages. True to its word, it will produce your return on investment by implementing an RDC service. Test it out for yourself by clicking the link you see here. Now let's take a look at what one of our home furnishings customers said about using CrossCheck's RDC service. We switched from a competitor of yours to CrossCheck in March of 2013. CrossCheck's remote deposit capture service with Guarantee is ideal for us. Guarantee mitigates the risk of accepting checks, while remote deposit capture saves time and money because of fewer trips to the bank. And if you'd like, you can read more testimonials about RDC and our other check services. Please visit the website at the link you see here. This particular slide is speaking directly to the auto industry folks right now because it describes our CARS service. CARS is like our superhero payment service, we like to say, because it combines RDC with future deposit and check on delivery. Future deposit is another term for whole check where customers can write up to 4 checks for the total amount and agree on a payment schedule with the merchant to pay off the account, usually within 30 days. This flexibility allows customers to take the vehicle home the same day as their initial visit, or get service completed without even having paid off the balance yet. Merchants that have future deposit gain an advantage over other dealers and auto repair shops because it shows customers you're flexible with payments and keeps them going to a competitor. Best of all for merchants, checks processed with future deposit are guaranteed by a check service provider. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the presentation today, we've also created a separate webinar dedicated to future deposit that dives into more detail. Check on delivery is another premium that allows merchants to approve checks over the phone before they are even deposited at the bank, essentially guaranteeing you'll receive payment. Both of these premiums are especially beneficial to parts and service departments where purchases are high-ticket items for consumers and merchants stand to lose a lot if checks are not guaranteed and processed quickly. Hopefully to this point I'm starting to paint a picture of why RDC is in high demand and how it can make your life easier as a business owner. To get more information on the CARS program, you can download the product guide here and also watch one of our auto dealer customers review the service. Some questions you might consider asking yourself when deciding if RDC is right for your business include, how many checks do you receive per day? I think you would agree with me that receiving only a handful of checks for deposit is quite different than receiving close to 20 or 30 or more per day when you factor in the time to fill out deposit slips and the amount of paper required to do so. How many bank trips do you make each week, and how far is the bank from your place of business? To that point, what does it cost your staff to travel to and from? Here we're not only talking about mileage, but also the time required. Do you make deposits during business hours or only when it's convenient? On one hand, if you make them during business hours, you're losing productivity from your staff where they could be focusing on something else instead of making trips to the bank and waiting in line for the teller or the ATM. On the other hand, if you make deposits when it's convenient, you could be limiting your cash flow. RDC can help solve both of these problems for you. Lastly, wouldn't it be beneficial for your business to offer flexible payment options like future deposit I just mentioned? Now that I've covered how the service works and CrossCheck's RDC program is different, here's a quick rundown about us. CrossCheck has been in the payments industry for 31 years and offers check guarantee, premium services, along with electronic check processing services such as RDC. These services have proven to increase sales and save merchants just like yourselves time and money. But what really sets us apart is that we are rated very highly by the Better Business Bureau, have the highest check approvals in the industry, and provide free loaner equipment to get you up and running quickly. And finally, our customer support staff is on hand 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days per year. And yes, this does include all major holidays because we have merchants that operate on holidays. And don't forget, we'll guarantee your bounce checks that are approved through our system so your account remains whole no matter what. Couple that with the speed and convenience of RDC, and it's a win-win for your business. Typical industries that use RDC include both auto dealers and auto repair, home furnishings, building materials, and many others. Well, here's a small sampling of associations CrossCheck has partnered with, based on those industries, and even a few payments groups that we work closely with as well, such as ETA and NACHA. In our experience, it's important to align yourself with experts in each industry to understand merchants' concerns and how they operate in order to offer a better service. These groups, along with many others, are leaders in their respective industry, and we are proud to be associated with each one. So with that, I will wrap it up here. I know your time is valuable and hope I was able to demonstrate the importance of remote deposit capture and why it can be an important tool to growing your business. Along with this webinar, we've created an RDC guide available for you to download. Simply visit this link and click on the button you see here in the top left. If you have any questions about the information I've covered today, shoot us an email at sales@cross-check.com or give us a buzz at 888-937-2249. Again, thanks for listening and have a great day.